What's up? So welcome to the very first episode of Medical Astrology, and today we're going to cover my heart. That's right, my heart. Actually, let me take it out right now. Hold on, I can do this. Oh, here it is. My heart. Looks beautiful. Let's do this. So, today we're going to be covering heart. And no, I'm not an Indian flag, if you know what I mean. So, heart. In medical astrology, this little piece of artillery, this little, gizmo of blood pumping machine is controlled by several things. Now, you may think this is controlled by the sun, but sun is the main signifactor of heart. So how the sun is placed in your birth chart, whether weak or strong, is really controlling how weak or strong your heart is. Next indicator is the moon. Moon controls, why moon is important? Because moon controls the blood flow into the heart. Then third is Mars. Why Mars? Mars controls muscles. Heart is a muscle. So if Mars is weak, the muscular function of the heart becomes weak. Then the fourth signifactor of the heart is Jupiter. Why Jupiter? Because Jupiter controls veins, arteries. Okay, so if your artery is blocked, that is probably due to a bad Jupiter. So if your sun is well placed in the horoscope, however Jupiter is badly placed, then you might want to check your arteries. And then the house that signifies heart is the fourth house. Okay? So in your horoscope, if let's say your sun is debilitated, meaning sun is in Libra, and sun doesn't have directional strength, meaning that sun is probably in the fourth or fifth house, meaning that entire function of this heart is being damaged. So no matter if your Jupiter is well placed, your moon is well placed, your fourth house is good, but if your sun, the main signifactor of this thing, is bad, that means it controls the soul of the heart. So the heart just becomes weak. And so the next thing you want to look for after the sun is then the fourth house. Fourth house represents the place of the heart. Okay? Because like they say, home is where the heart is. So fourth house also represents your home. And the most important thing is obviously, like I said, the moon, Mars, and Jupiter play, even though third and fourth role, but they're literally in the same category. Because if the blood flow doesn't come right, down. If the muscle of the heart weakens, down. If Jupiter is weak, the arteries, the small little arteries that you see, can get clogged and blocked. Okay, so that actually is the main signifactor. These are the main reasons why people can suffer heart diseases. Now, when an astrologer looks at a chart, he definitely, first two things he always looks at is the ascendant lord, your first house lord, and then the sixth house lord. Okay? Because first house is your body, your entire body. So if your first house is not well, then it already tells that, okay, your body may not be functioning too well overall. Then the sixth house is diseases. So let's say if sun is in the sixth house, debilitated, that shows a weak heart. And that means the person needs to be taking care of their heart. You may have to exercise, but obviously the best advice is go see your Ayurvedic doctor or go see your regular doctor and make sure that your heart is working fine, everything is functioning fine. And hey, it's never bad to go to a doctor and look for these things. This is why medical astrology is important, because this way you can see what is aligned and what is misaligned in your body. Okay, so sun, again, main signifactor of the heart, and moon is the second signifactor of the heart. Then the fourth house is the third. Mars and Jupiter are fourth and fifth of this entire way of judging your heart condition in your horoscope. But this is just a very basic study. We're gonna get more and more complicated, but I don't want to just throw everything on you. So we're gonna do body parts and what controls that certain body part. That's all. All right. Now remember, kids, you cannot just predict diseases by placement of the planets and placement of what houses they're in. It gives, let's say, a 60% view of your heart. So if let's say your fourth house is damaged, that also indicates, problem with the heart. Sun is damaged and all the planets that I showed you. But to really predict the timing and to know if you will die of a heart attack, it depends on the nakshatra. The nakshatra that your sun is sitting in, and nakshatra that moon is sitting in, Jupiter is sitting in, or Mars is sitting in. So if, let's say, sun is badly placed besides any other planet, and it's in the 4th house. Now you think, okay, 4th house is bad, and sun is controlling the 6th house of disease and sitting in the 4th house, and it's weak, so I'm gonna have a heart attack. No, because only in certain nakshatra it really will trigger that, and during a certain timing, there's certain planetary dasha period, as I taught you. But I will not teach you this, because then you're gonna get paranoid. You're gonna, oh my God, I have this alignment and now I'm gonna get a heart attack. So I'm never gonna teach you this stuff. Somebody else wants to teach you, that is fine. But to really know exactly when these things will happen and if these things will happen, nakshatra comes into play. But it just gives you a good idea that, okay, how to figure out up to like 60-70% of accuracy what kind of alignment you will have. All right, kiddos? So if you're new to my channel, subscribe above, because hey, you just learned your heart is actually strong or weak. So if you love the fact that I told you how to figure out this stuff, subscribe above. And if you want to know more about astrology and medical astrology, check out my link below where my book is, Astrology at the Speed of Light. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And yes, I am not an Indian flag. Again.